The NBA's worst black holes. Some players light up the scoreboard, some players light up the crowd, but a very special kind of player lights up absolutely nothing except the shot clock. They score in bunches, they break ankles, they fill highlight reels, but beneath all that flash is a gravitational pull that drags their entire team into a losing orbit. Tonight, we're diving into the deep space of the NBA's worst black holes. Players who touch the ball, and nobody else ever sees it again. This isn't about hate. This is about reality and the uncomfortable truth behind the scores who might actually be harming their own franchises more than helping them. Let's begin. Cam Thomas, the talent and the trap. It started innocently, a debate between Zach Lowe and Cam Thomas, a normal NBA back and forth, until it wasn't. Lowe said Cam Thomas was best suited as a sixth-man scorer, a spark plug, a bench weapon, a guy who scores a ton but doesn't elevate anyone around him. Cam didn't just disagree, he flipped him off, and that moment summed up everything the NBA already knew. Cam Thomas truly believes he's a starter, but the league doesn't. For years, Cam was the lone bright spot in Brooklyn's rebuild, a late first-round pick who clawed his way into the scoring throne of a dying franchise. 22, 23, 24 points per game, numbers that demand attention. But when the summer of 2025 came, silence. A restricted free agent, with 0 teams willing to offer the $35 to $40 million he wanted. Why? Because every GM in the league sees the same thing. Cam Thomas is a scoring machine, but he's also one of the NBA's biggest offensive black holes. Let's break down why. He can score from anywhere, but only for himself. Cam is a pure bucket, a rare shot creator who can pull a jumper out of thin air. Step backs, pull-ups, mid-range floaters, he's got all of it. But here's the problem. Every single one of those shots is for Cam Thomas, not for the team. His passing numbers are brutally low, not below average, not weak. We're talking bottom of the league for someone with his usage. When he does pass, it's usually after getting stuck, trapped, or running out of options. A last-second grenade tossed to a teammate with 2 seconds left on the clock. That's not playmaking, that's survival. His team hates playing with him. Watch a Brooklyn game closely. You'll see teammates waving their hands, begging for the ball, then giving up. You'll see frustration, you'll see confusion, you'll see moments where teammates literally yell at him to pass. If your teammates don't trust you, how do you ever become a franchise cornerstone? The efficiency problem. To survive as a one-dimensional scorer, you must be efficient. Cam Thomas isn't. High volume, average efficiency, mediocre defense, non-existent playmaking. Add the injuries. And remember, he played just 25 games last season, and you understand why the outside offers never came. Brooklyn offered him 2 years, $30 million. He wanted double. He felt disrespected, so he took the qualifying offer, $6 million, just to hit free agency again. But here's the truth. If nobody wanted you at 24, averaging 24 points, why would they want you at 25? Cam Thomas is talented, but he's also becoming the face of a new NBA category, a black hole scorer who can't carry a franchise and can't elevate anyone else either. Miles Bridges, the A athlete who can T create. If Cam Thomas is a black hole of usage, Miles Bridges is a black hole of responsibility. Yes, he's talented. Yes, he's athletic. Yes, the Hornets brought him back despite his off-court issues, but let's focus strictly on the court, where the story is just as messy. A 20-point scorer with no bag. Bridges looks like a star on paper, 20 plus points per game, elite vertical threat, strong build, highlight dunks. But here's what the stat sheet hides. Miles Bridges has almost no ability to create his own shot. He can't post up, he can't isolate, he can't dribble into a move. He struggles finishing through contact unless he's already airborne. His entire offensive diet depends on being set up by others, mostly LaMelo. Remove LaMelo and Bridges becomes ordinary. The efficiency collapse. Rookie season, 40% of his shots came at the rim. Sixth season, 24%. Now, even lower. He's drifting away from the basket, taking harder shots, and becoming less efficient each year. A 6'7", 230-pound freak athlete should be feasting at the rim. Instead, he's fading away like a 40-year-old vet. The illusion of a primary scorer due to the Hornets' endless injury curse, Bridges has been forced to play a role he was never meant to fill. A number, one offensive option. But the truth is simple. Miles Bridges is a finishing piece, not a starting piece. He's dessert, not the main course. Give him a smaller role, he thrives. Give him a bigger role, he collapses. Bridges isn't a bad player. But he is a structural black hole. The harder you try to build around him, the weaker the team becomes. Jordan Poole. When talent decays into apathy, Jordan Poole is a different kind of black hole. Not the kind created by talent limitations, but the kind created by ego, comfort, and complete lack of urgency. Let's be honest, the worst thing that ever happened to Jordan Poole was leaving the Golden State Warriors. Golden State hid his flaws. In Golden State, Poole was protected, Draymond yelling at him, Steph covering mistakes, Kerr demanding structure, championship pressure forcing accountability. But once he left, once he stepped into Washington, a franchise with no expectations, no structure, and no identity, Jordan Poole became his final form, a tank commander, a shot chucker, a player who cares more about vibes than victories, a usage rate like Jokic. With the IQ of a pickup player, Poole had a 29% usage rate with the Wizards. That's the same territory as Nikola Jokic, Devin Booker, Jalen Brunson. But Poole isn't Jokic, he isn't Booker, he isn't Brunson. He's a guard who takes pull-up 30-footers with 16 seconds on the shot clock for a team losing by 24. He once said, "I'm a champion. I got nothing left to prove." And he played exactly like someone who believed that. The Pelicans trade and the wake-up slap New Orleans thought, let's get younger, let's add scoring, let's pair Poole with Zion. But Poole didn't come to revive a franchise, he came to vibe. He blamed Wizards fans for not supporting him. He said Capital One Arena was dead. Then after one lively game in New Orleans, he said, "Man, this feels different." But the excitement died fast. By game 4, he was benched. Talent wasn't the issue, engagement was. Accountability was, purpose was. Poole is the NBA's most dangerous type of black hole, a player who no longer fears failure. The truth about NBA black holes. So what do Cam Thomas, Miles Bridges, and Jordan Poole have in common? Not their skill sets, not their attitudes, not their positions, but this. They all stop the ball, they all limit teammates, they all shrink efficiency, and they all play styles that do not translate to winning. You can have talent, you can have highlights, you can have scoring numbers that look pretty on paper, but if the ball goes in and nothing else grows, that's not star power, that's a black hole. And in today's NBA, where spacing, passing, and versatility rule the league, being a black hole is one of the fastest ways to bury your career. So now I ask you, can Cam Thomas evolve beyond pure scoring? Can Miles Bridges accept a smaller role and thrive? Can Jordan Poole rediscover discipline before it's too late? Or will all three become cautionary tales, the players who could score but couldn't win? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.